Hello everyone, welcome back for another video, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope you stay a while. In proper fashion, I've decided to get into the holiday spirit, and I hope you enjoy the new intro. If you're curious about this set, then stay tuned. I saw a picture, I don't know, I think I was perusing AliExpress, and I saw this nice little picture. It was a black ring that had this kind of green and orange iridescent glitter underneath of a matte coat, and then it had a shiny black kind of perimeter. So that's where I got the inspiration for these nails. I wound up deleting the picture like a fool, so if I can find it somewhere, then I will add it, but if not, then you'll see what happens. But I've been trying to get better at doing forms, so that's why this is a form set. Plus, I've still been waiting for my stiletto nail tips to come in the mail, so yeah, we're kind of forced to do it this way. And damn. Alright, clean that up. So after I get my clear coat down, then I was trying to do sort of a marble situation with these colors, but yeah, I was blending them together too much, and when I went to add more acrylic, it kind of, you see, it's such a mess, girl. But they came out looking cute, but it was a struggle to get them there, but yeah. I think part of the reason is I wasn't cleaning my brush off enough, but yeah, you see when I add the new colors in, I would love the way it looked, but then I would try to go and add more, like, should have stopped there, but then I like just spread it out too much. So yeah, I didn't do this on any practice nails. I pretty much figured I would just go ahead and see however it turned out. Originally, I was going to go for a sort of short tapered coffin look, but I ended up deciding to use the entire length of the form. And see here, I'm just trying to keep that acrylic inside of the line so it will decrease the amount of filing I have to do. So pretty much I just kind of go in with my different colors until I get something that I like the look of, and then I go in with these orange mylar shards. Because I didn't have any kind of orange circular glitter that was in the picture, this was kind of the only orange glitter that I had. And then I go over that with a little bit more acrylic just to add a little bit of dimension to these. And just showing you the forms here. I bend them a little bit to fit the curve of my nail. And I do have to cut the sides of these to make them fit. They just don't really seem to fit well under my nail. As you can see here, we go in with a little bit of clear. Sorry, a lot of this portion was blurry, so we're out of frame, but just a thin clear layer. And I don't know if it's quite necessary to build the clear up on the tip if you're not doing clear tips. I assume I could have just gone in and started building the tip with the color. However, the clear is a stronger acrylic than color acrylic, so maybe for the foundation of the nails and the longevity of them, maybe it is smarter to go in with a clear layer first. All right, and take two to see if we can get this to marble the way I want it to. I think maybe the beads are too big. The beads are too big and too many drags through the acrylic. See, like that right there should have been the stopping point, but then like I keep patting it, trying to get it. It's like, just leave it alone. It would have looked fine. But yeah, it kind of came out looking a bit more muddied together, but it kind of reminds me of more of a celestial sort of galaxy look because the colors were so blended together. So in the end, I wound up liking how they looked, but you know, a lot of the times it's just not necessarily what I was going for. I didn't hate the way they looked in the end. But here we go. You can see there the original shape that I was going for, but as I said, I'm gonna go back and extend these. Just because the way the ends were looking, you can see how uneven they were. I was like, these are going to end up being really short once I wind up filing them. So that's why I felt the need to go back and add on some extra length. And then, these have been a long process, but finally at the thumb. And as you can see, still really haven't figured out what I'm doing. Can see it's probably that bead is way too wet, but I should also mention that I am right-handed, so that probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm struggling so much with this. But I think I have pretty, I wouldn't say I'm ambidextrous, but I mean, if I need to write or do most things with my left hand, I can get it done, but you know, takes a little bit more concentration, I suppose. This kind of looks a little bit marble-esque. And I was watching a video recently. I've been trying to watch more acrylic videos, and she was saying, you know, the whole monomer to powder ratio is the biggest part in, you know, acrylic laying. So I think that's a lot of my problem, is that I still haven't quite got a handle on, you know, how much monomer to have in the brush and how long to let the beads sit before you mess with it. So, I mean, all of that is just, it comes in time. You just have to work with acrylic and eventually you will get it. So all right, and gonna go ahead and take the forms off of these first 4. And at the time I did these, I didn't have a pure black acrylic, so I mixed this with a little bit of fine black glitter and this micro powder. It's got like a bit of a sheen to it, but I think they would have maybe had a bit more of the look I was going for if I had had just a black, because I do love these, but I don't know, they were kind of, I didn't really care for the glitter in them, you know. But just showing you how I put those shards on, I just put a very thin layer of clear and then I press those into that wet layer. And then going back, I thought they needed a little something extra. They were still looking a little bit plain, so I added these blue iridescent flares. Let's see if you can get a shot of a look at. See, you can kind of see it there. But these, just these little flare shapes, just to add a different shape, different color. And you can see here me going back to extend that tip a bit. And then a little bit more clear just so I can add some more glitter and some flares. Or not glitter, but you know, the little shards. I think I did go back and add in some blue shards with the blue flares, just for some extra shift. Then for the encapsulation, didn't really film most of this, but you can see here, I'm trying to do the let it run down the nail sort of thing, you know. I know they say the less you mess with it, the clearer it is, so I am trying to abide by that rule. You know, it's better to add more product than not enough, because you can always correct the shaping through filing. You can kind of see in these shots a little bit better exactly what's going on with the nail. But this is kind of what put in my mind that I was gonna do these matte, because originally I was like, oh, of course I'm gonna do them glossy, but I really felt like the details in them were brought out a lot more with the matte. So yeah, this was at the point I decided they were going to definitely be matte. Is don't be afraid to go back as many times as you feel like you need to. You could just work in small beads and just use however many you need, because as I said, this is my non-dominant hand that I'm applying with, so yeah, we got to work a little bit slower. And here we go. After filing and cleaning, you can see there we got a beautiful shape going on with these. It's a long time filing, but yeah, at this point my boyfriend had come in and I don't know, he said something to me that made me forget that I didn't put the matte top coat on first. So yeah, this first nail I'm just going straight in, but then after this I was like, oh yeah, so I had to kind of go back and, you know, really carefully apply the matte to the center of this one nail. But yeah, you need to put your matte top coat on first and then put your perimeter on, because I want this part to be glossy. And then of course I had to run over it individually with the liner with top coat, just to top coat this portion. But I pretty much just went around each nail, completely around the perimeter, and then a small cap at the tip. And that was pretty much the design for these. I swear it is not on purpose, but I accidentally deleted the footage off of my phone of the end shot of these nails because I thought the effect just looked better on my phone, and I wound up permanently deleting my phone trash. So yeah, I don't have end shots of these nails, but you can go over to my Instagram. It is linked in the description. And it's the second row of posts. I think it's the first post on the second row, and you can see how these nails turned out. I would really appreciate it if you went over there and, you know, took a peruse around, maybe liked, go follow me over there. I really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, I am so sorry about that. I will do my best to ensure that never happens again. So yeah, but if you guys enjoyed this video, then go ahead and give me a like and a comment down below. Make sure you are subscribed and tell your friends about it. And maybe click that notification bell, because I do plan on coming out with maybe 2 more Halloween sets. So if you're curious to see what I come up with, then make sure you stay up to date to know when I come out with my new content. So thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, and until next time, bye!